Hi there, I'm Fraylen, and I'm going to show you how to use and install my configuration file for an MMO mouse and keyboard setup for Final Fantasy XIV. So I've configured all the UI elements to be most optimal. You can adjust things in the HUD layout, which is down here, HUD layout, if you find that you want to move something. But let me just explain what I got going on here. Oh, this should be right here. So this is enfeeblements. So this is if you get poisoned or something, you'll see it right in the middle of the screen. Really easy to see. And then you have your health bar. You have the enemy's cast bar. So this is important for when you're actually attacking an enemy, being able to see what they're casting, as well as that target's info and their status. So if they're poisoned or something by you. So let me just show you an example of that. So now I'm targeting this enemy right here, and if I start an attack, you can see my cast bar right there. So you can see their cast bar will appear right next to our health bar. It says water. And then if I cast a debuff on them, you can see there's a debuff right here. And then if I have a buff on myself, it appears right here. So these are my buffs, these are its buffs, these are your bars. Let me close this. So let me just defeat that. Okay. So this is for an MMO mouse. So it's all set up with 3 bars here with Shift and Control as the modifiers. So the first bar is the raw buttons on the MMO mouse. The second one is with Shift, and this one's with Control. And then these bars down here, actually let me zoom in. So yeah, you're using MMO mouse like this. It has buttons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 12, and so these are set up visually to be similarly laid out. And then down here is your keyboard buttons. So if you wanted to swap these out, if you want to put Sprint on Tab instead of on C, then you can just swap these around, and if you're done swapping things around, you can lock it right there. So then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 across the top here. And then I've thrown in some macros as well as some notes here. If you see this little question mark, you can click that and it'll tell you in the chat what this is about. You can see it appears over here. And then you have a utility bar over here on the right side. And this utility bar is all your F keys. So you got them in groups of 4, like most keyboards have them in groups of 4. So this way you can just bring up menus really quickly. And this very last one is your extra bars toggle, which brings up these bars on the side around the chat box. And so this one is emotes, and this one's for job switching. So if you play multiple jobs, you can switch over with that. There's question marks for both of those. And that's pretty much it. So let's look about installing it. So if we're going to install this config file, you're going to get my config file, and it's going to look like this in the files. You'll have character data and these 2 files right here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take both of these 2 files, and then we're going to paste them into our documents, My Games, Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn, into this folder as a whole. You can see that you're replacing this file and this file right here. So go ahead and replace that. And then, if we come back into my folder, we have a character data file. So then we're going to copy all of these ones, and we're going to paste them into our character folder. And so I have multiple characters here, so there's a bunch of these, but you will probably only have one if this is your first time playing. If it's not and you have multiple, you need to log into the account, log into the character, and then log out and turn the game off. And make sure you're not copying these files without the game off. Once you have the game off, you can see from the dates here what was the most recent character you logged in on. So for me, it's this 618 one, and so then we'll double click in there, and then we're just going to paste all those files right in here and overwrite everything. So again, taking these ones, paste them into the correct character folder. And that will be it. Then you can start your game up, and it should be completely configured for you for a MMO mouse and keyboard use. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy it.